Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. I am doing, of course, Declutter, as you see in the title, and I wanted to discuss the items that I have here, trying to make sure my son does not come into the picture. So just bear with me if I have to move my camera around. Sometimes he tries to make an appearance. The first item I am parting with is this LA Colors highlighter. The reason for this is, first of all, it's inexpensive, which is not the main reason, but I have quite a few shades like this. It's a little creamier of a formula. It's a strange consistency, but it's a beautiful formula. In all honesty, for being so inexpensive, it is a really gorgeous highlighter. But every time I swatch it, it makes me want to keep it. But when I see it in person on my skin, like, it really enlarges the pores. But it has such a beautiful glow. So this is like, do I want to part with this? I'll show you the reason why I decided to do this, if I can find it. Is this the one? Yeah. This is the reason. This one here, and actually you can't even really see it because I didn't swatch it very well. In comparison, it's a little more silvery, but it still gives the same amount of reflect, in fact even a little bit more, though this does really match my skin. It really matches well. So now I'm like, do I part with it? I'll have to consider. I'll let you know at the end of this, because now I'm like having second thoughts about that one. But it's because of the Jouer highlighters. I have also, this one is called Citrine. It's over here, actually. I have it out right now in a project. And this one is just as gorgeous. But again, it's not as vibranty gold. Like, it is still gold, but it's not as strong of a gold. But that is so beautiful. And I don't really need this one if I have so many others that I like. So I think I will part with it. As much as it sucks because it is very, very beautiful, it just makes sense. It makes sense. Even though it's so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll come back to it. I am getting rid of the Becca Opal highlighter though, and the reason for this is that it is just too deep for my winter skin, and I am far too light for most of the year to be able to use this, and I never really get a chance to use it. You can see it's practically brand new, and it is just too dark for my current complexion. That being said, you can't even tell it's a highlighter on my hand. Like, next to this one right here, you can't even tell that there's a highlighter on my hand, really, that much. I don't know. There's other ones that I prefer, which is like Champagne Pop and Moonstone, and my favorite is Vanilla Quartz. So I technically don't need this, and I'm not trying to collect them, so I am going to part with this. I did have, I think, all of them, like, within my own range for a while, but I need to part with some of these, and this one will just have to go. The next thing I'm going to part with is this MAC eyeshadow palette. I have used this a multitude of times in multiple projects, and I love the packaging. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I do have some of these in single form, so I'm not losing out that much. And anything else I have in multitudes in my collection. So this is sort of just a repeat palette for me, and I never grab for it because of that. So I am going to part with that one, but it is a really, really beautiful palette. It's just, it sits there because I have other palettes that I prefer the color stories on, and I have this in so many other forms. So yeah, that one's being passed along. Now the last two I'm I feel really bad about the fact that I'm parting with these two because they're both gifts, and one of them is one that I have been wanting to try for so long. I'll talk in a second, but the first one is the Lancome Blush Subtil in the shade 011 Brun Roche. And this one looks like this. Little tiny black packaging. This is gifted to me from Jaylon, from J Loves Makeup, and unfortunately it's just too close to my skin shade that it doesn't even really show up. I've tried this a bit in my project palette, like you can even see it's on this finger. You can see it, but barely. So, barely. And on my face when it's bronzed, there's no chance you're gonna see it at all. So I think this would be better going to a new home. It is gorgeous though. The formula is really lovely. I would definitely try this in a different shade, but unfortunately this shade is just a little too fair for my skin shade, but that one is going. And then last but not least, I'm so sad about this one. It's the Kiko Milano Festival Glow 3D Blush in Universal Mauve 03. And this is my only Kiko Milano blush in my whole collection. And I think this is the last Kiko Milano product I have in my entire collection. But the reason I'm parting with this one is because I have been wearing this non-stop. And it is a beautiful shade, but I don't like a blush that looks like a highlighter as well. It's too much for me. The shade is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but I wore this in a video. I think it was my last video? I can't remember. When I say last video, it's the last one I filmed, not the last one I posted technically. And this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous looking blush, but it's so shimmery on the face that it just looks like I have highlighter all the way up my cheeks. So as much as I don't know, I want to put this on a pedestal and be like, I love this. I can't, because it just does not serve me the way that I need it to, and I have other blushes that need my attention more. So that is super, super unfortunate. I'm very, very sad about that. And I just want to say, like, no disrespect to Ruth, because Ruth is the one who sent me this Kiko Milano one. She literally gave me the opportunity to try a brand I never thought I was going to be able to try. And well, so did Andrea. Actually, she gave me a lipstick, which I completed. But yeah, this is the last Kiko Milano item I have in my collection. So no shade to Ruth, no shade to Jaylon. It is just these do not work for me, and I think it would be best if they went to a home where they'll actually get used instead of just sit in my collection. I don't want to hoard a bunch of things. I just want to use the things that I have and be excited about using the things that I have, and not just like hoard it, right? So now that is the end of my current declutter. But in talking about the Kiko Milano blush, I have a plethora of MAC blushes with the same kind of formula. Very, very glowy. So I am going to be trying these out and seeing if there's something that I want to keep in my collection. You can see how extremely glowy that is. It's so beautiful. That would be great with my eye look right now. I might even throw this on top. But it is the same kind of shiny formula. Let's put a little bit of this on actually and see. This is in the shade Telling Glow, and it's an extra dimension blush from MAC. And I think I'm going to need a little bit of a stronger push on this. Oh yeah, wow, that is potent. But the game's on tonight, which is why I'm wearing these colors. I'm gonna brush hair. There we go. Okay, this one I don't mind as much. I think because the color is something I would wear. And the glow doesn't look like a highlighter glow, where this one, when it's shining, it looks like it's like a highlighter shine. This one is shiny, but it's not like gleaming in one spot kind of thing. It's just like glowing all over. So this one I don't mind. So this one will go back in my collection. That was really great to try at least one. But I have 5 more. So I have to try the 5 of these out and see if there's something I want to keep in my collection, whether it's worth it or not. And I will be keeping my mind on that in the future whenever I decide I get the urge to buy a blush. I don't want to buy one that's going to be super glowy or shimmery on my face and make it look like I'm wearing a highlighter all over my cheeks. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry I'm lackluster. I've been pretty much going nonstop all day, so I'm very tired, but I do appreciate you watching. I hope you put a blue and orange heart in the comments. That would make my day. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.